Hi everybody, it's Brianna Casey, excited to do our final video discussion board. For week 6, we read chapters 19 and 20 of Louis E. Catron and Scott Shattuck's The Director's Vision, Play Direction from Analysis to Production, 2nd edition, 2015. In these chapters, we learned how to bring your vision of the play to life through timing, which revolves around rhythm, tempo, and pacing. We also learn how to correctly identify a problem during rehearsals and how to find the best solution that best benefits everyone for that set problem. This week's readings have helped me to see technical and dress rehearsals in a new light, especially in terms of rhythm, tempo, and pacing. Up until now, I have approached Tech Week as a time to pull everything together. But Catron and Shattuck showed me that it's also where timing has a big factor too, because this is when the timing of an entire production either comes alive or completely falls apart. What stood out to me the most from chapter 19 is the idea that rhythm is everywhere in a production. It's not just in the dialogues or the monologues, it's in the transitions, the lighting cues, the sound cues, everything that the audience experiences from the moment that they step into a theater. Tech Week is often expected to be as one of the most stressful times of the entire rehearsal production process. Or at least it is for me. It can be especially frustrating for a high school theater where students are still learning self-discipline and how to focus properly. But even in that chaos, we are still shaping rhythm. If a scene change takes too long or a lighting cue is delayed, the rhythm of the entire show breaks, and the audience will feel that tension, even though they might not understand why. I also appreciated Catron and Shattuck's 2015 clarification that pacing is not the same thing as speed, because I will admit I have made the mistake of using those interchangeably in the past. Thinking about pacing as the shift in tempo rather than the speed of going faster or slower has changed how I would approach dress rehearsals. At this point of the production process, the show should be running as close to performance ready as possible, which means I should have the time to watch for my actors' moments of acceleration, hesitation, or silence that either enhances or drags down a scene. While young actors, especially high school students, with young actors, especially high school students, I believe they have a tendency to rush their lines, especially when they're nervous, or to take long, unnecessary pauses whenever they forget a line or forget a moment in the scene. Dress rehearsals is a useful time that I think directors could use to help our actors work through those little shifts in the performance so that their actions can feel intentional rather than accidental on stage. Chapter 20's focus on problem solving also connects to tech and dress rehearsals. Any experienced actor, designer, director will tell you that Tech Week tends to bring all kinds of problems. From a director's point of view, you might notice how actors are forgetting their lines, not remembering their blocking, they're showing up late, missing their cues, or simply not giving the show the proper amount of time of focus. What I found most valuable from this chapter was Catron and Shattuck 2015's reminder to look beyond the surface of a problem. For example, if an actor is giving a flat, emotionless performance on stage during dress rehearsal, it may not come from a lack of ability, but the student's fear of overacting and being judged. In high school, everyone is desperate to fit in, and that fear of embarrassment is very real when you're standing on stage where everyone can see you. So instead of telling them to add more emotion, encourage the students so that they feel comfortable to take those risks and try new things, even this late in the process. The same goes for actors' tardiness. or lack of focus. It's easy to put the blame on the students, but Katran and Shatek 2015 remind us as directors we should hold responsibility and accountability for our actors. And so when things go wrong, where actors are not paying attention, they're not coming to rehearsal on time, they're not respecting you, instead of looking at their bad habits, maybe start analyzing your own. Tech Week and dress rehearsals can be a very stressful time, and it is easy to get overwhelmed, which is why it is so important that we take care of ourselves and continue to come to rehearsal prepared and on time, ready to run an efficient rehearsal for our actors. If I am unfocused or disorganized during my rehearsal, I can't get upset when my actors begin to mirror my poor habits. As directors, we should set the standard and be the best example that we can be for our actors to know what to do and how to properly succeed. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day.